everybody, it's Taylor Valenstorm.
And it's Josh Valenstorm.
And today we are playing a very interesting game. It's called Her Story, and we're doing it blind.
Actually, a reason as to why we're playing it, which Taylor will elaborate.
Yes. I am taking an English class that is requiring us to play this game, and because of how quirky this game apparently is, and how weird this game is, I figured it'd be a good idea to, while playing it, share it with you guys. So far, I really like the music.
Yeah, the music is beautiful so far.
And
I guess we'll start. Taylor will be playing, and I'll just be adding my own little color commentary as we go along.
Yes. Okay, before I start, I do know that it's a desktop simulator, and that's about all I know of this story, aside from the fact that it's a database search type thing. So, let us begin. Oh god, this screen.
It gives me a very strong Emily is Away feel.
It really does. Okay, so, search items murder. Okay, so, the basic gist is that we can, with this, let's read the README real quick. So this is the introduction to the Logic database. Its computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to disguise our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently in the coming years. The computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically stored using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so that they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, such as robbery, into the search field. Click search, and the database will return it with all clips in which the speaker will use that word, or uses that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words, such as robbery, supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. As inverted commas to
Use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement. Example, yes, period, I was there.
It's a comma.
Oh, I'm sorry, it looked like period from here. Yes, I was there, period. That is actually incorrect English, but I'm not going to say anything about that.
Yes, comma, I was there.
No, the way the period is.
Oh, okay. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click on the user tags box and type in your desired tags. For any further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative, Police Information Tech Organization. Okay, before we actually get further into this, grab me a notebook, because we're going to be recording this as we continue. So there may be some moments where Josh and I will be writing stuff down, because from what I've understood, it's very important that we have kind of notes on what we're doing with this game. I'm still really, just the way that this screen is set up is ridiculous. I wonder if there's any way to fix it. Or, I don't know. I'm not bothered by it, but it's definitely different. Okay, there's a clock. Ooh, let's check the really README. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get your guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detectives' footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97. But I figured this would be enough. Take your time, SB. I know the glare is on the computer here, but God, is that annoying. Okay, that's been done. Now that we are done with this, we're going to just start with the first thing that they have, which is murder.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, murder is mentioned 4 times. Now, as we continue with this, something that my teacher told us, but my professor, should I say, told us before we actually played this, is that there can be a total of, there can only be a total of 5 entries in this queue. If you want to see more of the entries that are in the queue, you have to actually narrow down your search. So, this has blank user tags.
Interesting.
Oh, it's because we haven't added a tag to it.
Oh.
And
Gotcha.
let us play the clip.
Do it.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. So all she's asking is what she can do to help. In that first picture, that first one. She's just going, it's clearly
Okay.
murder. Alright, that's the first one.
Second one.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago.
February.
What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Okay, so it's her husband, boyfriend, whatever.
Somebody
name
was
is
murdered.
Simon.
And
Simon was murdered.
Simon was murdered.
Yes.
So we might want to look up Simon, and I want to look up February and see if that's mentioned in
Yes.
it. Alright.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay, so they might have thought that she was the murderer?
Cool.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
Lawyer.
Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
What the heck did they talk about?
Yeah,
The way she
I
talks
don't
like that.
know.
Okay, I've got 4 search words that I want to use, possibly. February, Simon, lawyer, and stories. Let's go with Simon.
Yes, that'd probably be the best bet.
Okay.
Maybe
Wow.
61. Wow.
61 entries of that. Wow. And these interviews had to be going over days because she's wearing something different almost every single time. God, 61.
Simon Smith.
Smith.
He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay.
Probably close to him at the very least, by the way
yes,
that she's speaking.
So she's definitely close to him.
Okay, so his name is Simon Smith. That's definitely been determined.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look up maybe Smith at a later time. I don't think so, though. It mentions the Glassworks. I'm going to add
Glasswork are definitely something we want to put in there. I'm curious how he was murdered. Is what I'm particularly curious about.
I am very curious about this. Let's...
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
They're definitely together in some regards.
In some regards. And they went to Rome. Wow. This is actually really interesting.
It is. This is a very interesting way to set up a game.
Yeah. All right. Next one.
I'll play this one now.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Peter. Who's Peter?
That's what I'm wondering. Let's finish up with these Simon ones, and then we can go to...
Yeah, let's watch these other 2 out of the 61 entries. There's Simon Smith, Lawyer, Stories, Glassworks, Rome, The Rock, and who's Helen and Peter? I'm curious about Peter.
Yeah,
So...
Yes, there's an Amstrad one.
Amstrad?
No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind kind of thing.
What?
What?
What? I'm gonna watch that one
Yeah, let's watch
again?
that one again.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one.
An Amstrad.
No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
Is it... I have no
Yeah,
idea.
That one really
That
threw me
one
for
is
a
like...
loop.
Okay, let us kind of... I'm just gonna put a tag of what?
What?
And whenever we come across, there'll be
Might
someone
wanna
like
add that to
those.
session, potentially.
Add a session. Okay. The tag for that one is what? Anytime we have questions that are really like, where is this coming from? We're gonna put what
Yeah.
by it.
And then we can keep.
And then we
those-
can just tag it with what.
We'll always put those in the user sessions.
Okay. And this one's 18 seconds.
Simon isn't the type
What?
to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay.
Interesting.
I am so curious right now. Oh, we can also check our database to see how many we've watched. See the red here?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. I forgot that was the thing. So as we continue watching this, it will tell us. We'll get like an achievement in the corner that'll tell us if we're 50% through the database and stuff. But these are all of the clips that we've seen. The green ones are the ones that we've watched.
The other one is probably the one that we have tagged.
Yes, and the other one's probably the one that we have set in session. Okay.
So let's search February now. Let's start from the top and go down.
Feb.
Or do we want to go Simon Smith?
I think that we'll go with February
Go
first
February
and then
first,
do
okay.
Simon Smith because that one's the one underneath. So it's February's the one with the weird R in it, isn't it? It's Feb.
Yeah, it's February.
No, I think it's because it's.
Here.
Just look it up, please,
That's
because
what I'm doing.
I am terrible at spelling, especially when I don't have a spell check. So excuse me as I completely and totally.
Yep, February.
Okay, you were right.
I was right. I knew I was right. Told you I was right.
I wanted to double check. Like I said, I know. Okay, there's one other from February.
Okay, so let's watch that one.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
Okay.
Interesting.
So speeding's another one that I add onto this. Now let's look up Simon Smith to see how many times it's mentioned. Okay, there's only once.
So we've already watched that one.
Yep. All right, lawyer.
Okay, only 4. That's not bad.
And we've seen one of them, so 3 of them. All right.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Okay.
Okay, she's definitely getting a little.
Agitated. I mean, over the course of how many weeks that she's probably been,
Yeah.
or days. I don't know how many days, but her outfit's changing. So obviously,
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
this is earlier. Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Yes.
Oh, there's
No.
dates.
Yeah, I just noticed that too a moment ago.
What are you going to arrest me for?
The way that she's like smiling and stuff really makes it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Stories is the next one. Is it just once? Oh, 8 entries found.
Adrian. Okay, so this is gonna show the first 5.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds weird.
Whoa, this one's really different.
I'm not
Like
Yeah.
the time.
Stories.
Yeah, she's not great at making. What?
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
Okay.
We might want to start checking the date stuff too.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I mean, this is on the 6th of 94.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's check this one.
Yes. I read a lot as a child, and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to
Oh!
play up there and make up our own stories.
So
Would that be
what...
the attic that Simon would go up there and play those games with.
Yeah, let's check attic. Is Simon maybe younger? I don't know. Is she like his... It could be a mother and son deal?
Well, I don't think it would be because
Like, the way she talks-
As far as he had a beard that had ginger in it, and also ended up
Yeah. Okay, so attic. I'm gonna look up that one next.
Yeah.
Not next, but
Good.
like that's gonna be one to look up. Okay, so now that we've had this one answered,
we can probably
I'm gonna remove that. I'm going to add in playing as a personal tag.
yeah. Should we? How do you add session? Maybe you have to. Yeah, this add that to session 2 though.
Okay, those two are added to session because they both correlate. Yeah. So as we continue, we'll probably add the ones that correlate and then kind of go
probably
from there.
Watch them from there.
Yeah. Okay, this one's from.
This is from
the third. Probably.
Yeah, this is it'd be the 7th month. So it'd be July 3rd, 94. Is what I'm assuming.
That's what I'm thinking too, because it looks like that would be the middle. Because outside it was the 27th in one of these ones. So yeah.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
What?
The truth. That's
the truth. I'm gonna write the truth down. We'll look up the truth.
Yeah.
That one's interesting.
I'm not. Do you want to add that to session?
Probably.
Truth? Question mark.
Truth. I'm not gonna add a question mark. Add to session.
No. It was just me and her.
Ooh.
It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread. Maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Okay, this is definitely getting weird
I can definitely
quick.
See why it's getting weird quick.
This is getting weird quick. I am so... Oh my goodness. Okay.
Alright, let's play this one.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. And they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Interesting.
It's really pretty.
Wow, that is hauntingly beautiful music.
Man. Okay, so I'm gonna add this one in too. And get the tag area.
That did seem rather
That one was at length, something interesting. Okay,
yeah.
so
so
Glassworks.
Let's X off February.
Simon Smith, Lawyers, Stories, and Glassworks. Okay, it's just that one.
So go ahead and X that one off.
Yep. Okay, Rome. See if there's any other places that we're mentioning. Not Tom.
Tom.
Tom, yes, sounds perfect.
Nope. Okay.
1. Okay. The Rock.
This one I think could be.
This one might turn up with a lot more. I mean, I'm just writing down stuff as we come across it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
The Rock. Okay.
Okay.
There's...
Yep. Good. Okay, so we have a few on here.
All right.
And those two are from the same time.
Yep.
Those
Which
are,
is June.
June.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day.
Friday.
He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Jeez.
His parents. This one is from June 25th. This one is...
A couple days after.
I don't know. I mean, I guess The Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Okay, that wasn't particularly useful.
Oh, it's just mentioning what was going on. Curiouser and curiouser.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from The Rock.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Helen is the next one.
Yes, but actually, we're gonna have to end this video off here.
Yep, and
when we come back, we'll look into this mysterious
Helen
figure.
and then Peter afterwards.
And we'll try and find out what happened to Simon and what is her story. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button.
And feel free to subscribe if you're new to our channel.
Other than that, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, guys.